What's going on? This is my thingamajigaboo. I actually didn't look at what I was doing last time. Something to do with the self. Something to do with discovery of self. Oh, actually, it was something to do with what is the self and what is the limits of self. How do we expand our self and what does it mean to be part of self and all that sort of jazz. So a rehash of my day to day. It always helps the grand scheme of things. What's happening in my day to day is I woke up, missed my morning meditation to say the least. Not too bad because I did a lot of work on my script work. I'm working on Clockwork Orange at the moment as a theatre production. And I'm just doing my translating Russian slang and so I can understand it. First stages of script analysis. Understanding your context, make sure there's no words that are left out that you don't know, make sure you can actually read the whole thing, you fully understand what's going on, and then the stages will come after that. Once I finish that, then the next stage will open up for me, so I just got to tick one thing at a time. There's some time, but there's not a lot of time, to be totally honest. We are coming to the end of October right now. We're on the 22nd of October. My show's going to be in January. Which means full November, full December, yes, but that's 2 months, and 2 months kind of flies by really quickly. So, yeah, just to stay on point, bought a whiteboard today. I'm going to write all my things on the whiteboard, and I'm going to see if I can knuckle it off. Be more productive with how I spend my time and how I... With my family at the moment, once again, I've mentioned this, I'm living back home. And you really just got to maintain your own space and your own center, wherever you got your space, and do your work, man. I keep saying I'm tired of telling myself to do the work, just make sure it gets done. That's all I really care about. That's all I really care about is making sure that the work gets done. So make sure it gets done. Take it off slowly but surely. Ease the load, ease the load that I'm carrying every day. There's a burden or there's a responsibility to do, or responsibility to yourself to keep yourself happy, to keep yourself in check, your mind. All this weight and this stress is merely carrying baggage, that's all it is, carrying baggage. How can I drop the baggage? Drop the baggage by completing the task. Completing something means you don't have to hold on to it anymore. It means you can let it go. So, step by step, completing the task, making sure translations are all under the way. And we had a very lovely day of movements. It was good to go back to just very fundamental movements, nice and slow with my movements, and getting in touch with that again with nice clean form. And then I went to the skate park, and then I went skating, and I was really trying to utilize my legs a lot more. We were doing that today in the class where Jason was taking, he was the fight choreographer. Sorry, Justin is a fight choreographer, and Jason it was his helping man. He was supporting Justin, and it was just as we're moving, it just really made me feel how important it is to have your legs connected with your body, making sure the power is coming from your legs and not just an isolated area of the legs, but the whole legs, your glutes, your big strong muscles. Make sure you're using your whole body from that. Even day-to-day walking, just in the house, I'm just, learning to relax my legs because I was shooting hoops with my friend Josh the other day, and we were doing some drills, and he was showing me how he takes the shot and teaching me how he takes a shot. Once again, it comes from the legs, it's not coming from the arms, it's coming from the legs, and that's how you can make those three-pointer shots, and how you can really have a strong foundation of how you shoot your shots and how you can have nice consistency with your shots. Consistency is key with everything. But he was just giving me a nice rundown there. And, and then with the work I did today with my stance and, where my punches are coming from, we did a little bit of work with punches and combinations. So where my punches are coming from has to be coming, the legs support it, transmutes it through the hip and then into the upper extremities. Skateboarding is so much so that, my knees, yeah, they do get sore, but I'm always trying to figure out how can I minimize this pain on my knees. And to be able to minimize this pain on my knees is to be able to be utilizing those muscles properly, relaxing my knees, No, I don't know what it is. I'm trying to figure out what it is that makes me tense up and makes me build that, stress in those knees. Because it's a mental game, because I can mentally release it. I have moments like, as I said, was I'm walking around, relaxing my knees and really, or focusing my attention to use those glutes and making sure I'm activated, or they are being, it's a contradiction of relaxation but activation at the same time, but with my hamstrings and my quadriceps, and my glutes all being used so that I can walk smoothly. And it helps me relax so much so, so much so. And during my meditation these days, I'm finding very importantly how much that foundation of your roots, of your groundwork is, of the utmost to all that we do. So I got to lay my roots in the script studies that I'm going to do, lay those foundations there, get that going, and then everything will follow. Make sure you are taking step by step on all platforms, and ticking them off, not wholeheartedly half-assed doing stuff, It's easy to get distracted by so many things here and there. There's a lot of stuff coming at you, talking to mom and talking to dad. And guess what? I actually love spending time with my family. There's something in me that wants to spend time with them. It feels like it's important, but when I get to a point where I feel the conversation is not serving me anymore, like I've done, because you're living with these people, it doesn't have to be deep all the time. Well, not deep, but spend a lot of time. It's not about a lot of time, it's quality over quantity, So just a little bit of thing here and there, nice real moments, and then move on with do my thing, People are happy when I'm doing my thing. Because the more I do my thing, the less I'm worrying about other people's things, man. It just shows that if you're worrying about other people's shit, it means you're not doing your shit. You're not figuring out your shit or what you need to do. So, just shows me, go back to your thing, do your thing, whatever your thing is. Make sure that's being done. It's great to be considerate of others, but just make sure that your thing is being done. So that's a very good day, and worked a little bit of massage as well, just, friends and family, just working into muscles and seeing, getting that responsive reaction back. I'm going to go tomorrow to the gym to work with Karen, who's a physio, and she's going to teach me some skills about how she operates and how I operate, and see if I can take it further, learn these skills. And I think learning about massage, learning about the body is always very good for me, because I'm working with the body every day. I really am working with the body a lot. And I think it's important for me to get massages, watch theater and get massages. Like, I watch skaters at the skate park, and it motivates you, it really motivates you. Like, fuck, look at that trick, or fuck, look at that guy, really confidently, really in charge of the board there, he's not faltering, or he's not. So it's great to watch these people. So maybe I should look into, seeing professionals do what they do. So professional theatrical performers, and knowing how much work it takes to do that, to really figure out those movements and figure out to have that natural performance. If it is a natural performance or not, and don't be afraid to be critical of people. Just because they're in a position of greatness doesn't mean they're great, but learn about what it takes to get to those positions. So I really want to learn about that. I guess, if I have time to go watch some theater and get a massage, really get a massage and find I get it, it's expensive, but it's money towards your, your education, and you get a massage. It's pretty simple as that. And I would like to get massages, I realized, in a place that's not my workplace. I did that back in Melbourne. I was working and I was getting massages at the workplace, but I wasn't really satisfied with it, to be totally honest. Oh, no, it was good. But, I don't know, I want to go somewhere else to get a massage. It's like when you work at the cafe, I don't want to go back to the cafe to have my lunch. Of course, great food, but I work there every day. You always see how it operates, so it's good to go outside and try something else. So trying something else and building blocks. it's kind of all it is right now, really. It's foundation work, man. I felt that I'm weak, like I'm strong in many regards, resilience and all that, but I felt weak that, my punches weren't clean or my movement, even my commando roll, I just rolled onto my hip and I was like, ooh, there's a little bit of dink there. Small things like that show me, there's always things that, need to be able to scratch. And when I say weak, I had a moment of weakness. That's okay. It happens. It has to be there, weakness has to be there. Strong can't come from strength, it has to come from weakness. An acknowledgement of weakness is fine. And I think it's empowering almost to know that I'm weak, you know? Even though I am critical of myself, I am weak in certain areas, and it just shows me I want to develop these areas, Like all my acting, just things need to be improved. Things need to be improved. And physicality, my center and my core and how I hold myself, it's got to be improved. And to have a teacher there today to really teach us and coach us and be there, it was really beneficial for me to have that feedback and have someone teach me, a person that knows what they're doing. They've been doing it for 20 years of their life, 30 years of their life, these people with experience. And I want to find these people. I want to learn from these people, from the great people that do these amazing things. I want to learn from these people. So I guess I want to keep learning, man. I want to keep learning, and I want to, better myself with my learning as well and see how well that I can learn. It's in my mind to say, yeah, I want to do it, but how much will I do it? How much will I test myself to see if I can accomplish the task? As I said, there's so many distractions that I love: family, food, play, other books, but there are focuses, and it's funny that the thing that I'm focusing on, sometimes I don't focus on it wholeheartedly, like, yes, in my brain, I'm like, yeah, I need to focus on it. But when I do take time to actually do it, like this morning, 2.5 hours or 2 hours or so, it really flew by. It really did fly by when I was working on it. And I really did enjoy myself as well. I was learning and, I was getting understandings and I felt that I was making my way through it. So I guess to continue with that work, just to continue doing what I'm doing and don't stop. Yeah. I could go further with this, but I think I'm just going to leave it at that and touch base again next time. Thank you very much to you all, and see you again. Bye.